Facts that can save your life. Share this video with someone you care. The last one will be very helpful. Your brain can't handle walking and using your phone at the same time, so look up. Walking and using your phone both demand large amounts of cognitive effort. As a result, you can't fully focus on both at the same time, in the same way you can with walking and gum chewing. For instance, you could suffer inattention blindness, where you may see an object but not process that it's a car speeding toward you, and then it's too late. Don't eat snow for hydration unless you absolutely have to. You should eat snow as a substitute for water, only as a last resort. Keep maximum strength antihistamines in your wallet or bag. When you go somewhere new, you never know when you'll encounter something that you didn't know you're allergic to, especially when camping or hiking. Chewing aspirin during a heart attack can delay blood clots. Chewing one full-strength aspirin tablet when you feel symptoms of a heart attack can delay or prevent potentially fatal blood clots. The limits of the human body tend to follow a rule of 3. People can generally go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in extreme weather environments, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. If cooking oil catches fire, turn off the burner and cover the pot. You should never use water to put out grease fires. The water molecules sink to the bottom of the hot pan, evaporate instantly, and shoot the flames even higher. Instead, you can put an oil fire out by cutting the heat and taking away the oxygen. If you get stabbed or impaled by a sharp object, leave it be. Pulling out an object that has been lodged in your body will increase the rate of blood loss. Instead, try to cover the wound and do anything you can to stop the bleeding until you find a medical professional. Most airplane crashes happen within 3 minutes after takeoff or 8 minutes before landing. The +3, -8 rule encourages people to be vigilant immediately after takeoff and right before landing, because about 80% of crashes happen during those windows. You can use that time to stay alert and locate exits, rather than getting lost in a podcast or movie. Most deaths in house fires are caused by smoke inhalation, not because of burns. Stay low to the ground to avoid breathing in too much smoke. If you get hurt in a public place, single out one person for help to avoid the bystander effect. Crowds of people fail to help somebody because everyone thinks someone else will intervene. If you're not too hurt to call out for help, pick one person and direct your pleas to them. You'll be more likely to get the aid you need. A bright flashlight could be a good weapon against an attacker. An extremely bright flashlight could ward off a mugger just as effectively as mace or a weapon. If you have someone approaching you that seems aggressive, in the gravest extreme, a blast of 300 plus lumen to the eyes, especially at night, will give you the opportunity to get out. He quotes in his answer, "And suppose you misread the situation. No one is really harmed, and you can't get in trouble for it." Super glue can temporarily seal wounds during an emergency. If you don't have a first aid kit to seal an open wound, super glue can act as a temporary substitute for stitches. It might irritate the skin, but the main chemical found in most super glues, cyanoacrylate, will stop minor bleeding almost instantly. If you get lost on a hike, try to find a fence or stream. The stream always flows downhill and invariably will reach a larger tributary or a body of water, and the fence will almost always lead to a road or a structure. Picking out exits ahead of time will cut through your normalcy bias. When warnings are sent about natural disasters, many people stay put even when told to evacuate. Psychologists call the phenomenon the normalcy bias. It refers to people's tendency to think everything will turn out okay, even when they're clearly in danger. Gray rings around the iris can signal high levels of cholesterol in the blood. Hyperlipidemia, or essentially high levels of fat in the blood, has a telltale sign. Typically, it occurs among the middle-aged. The condition could also have implications for heart health. Arteries can clog when there is excessive fat in the blood, possibly leading to heart attack. If you get bitten by a wild mammal, you should get the rabies vaccine immediately. as it is one of the most lethal diseases on the planet. If a service dog ever approaches you without its owner, follow them and do it quickly because potentially you can save someone else's life. If your house smells like fish for absolutely no reason, 9 times out of 10 it means that there is an electrical fire. Share this video with a friend or someone you care, in case they need it one day. Follow this account today and learn something new tomorrow.